YouTube, it's Jen.
And Brad.
And we are here for our post-op lap band update. And as always, we'll start with the numbers. I am 5'4" tall. I started this journey at 262 pounds. Last week, just because I like to stay consistent, I gain 1 week and lose the next. Last week I was 179.2. This week I'm 177.2 for a 2-pound loss. Really, I didn't do anything. It is just the 2 pounds that I'd gained the prior week. Makes no sense. Or it's just that.
No worries. 6 feet tall, starting weight 320. Last week I was 219.6. This week I'm 217.4 for a 2.2 pound loss.
And for you, that is real because you turned it on this week. You started exercising better and watching what you were eating and
That's right.
doing all the good stuff. However, last night, before we went to bed, he did turn to me and say, "Do you want to go to Vallarta's this weekend?" Which is the all-you-can-eat taco buffet that we did 2 weekends ago, which I said, this is bad,
But I lost weight when I ate there, too. Because it's 2 weeks in a row of losses for me.
Okay, well then you're going to have to get a girlfriend on the side. Because when this girl goes there, she gains weight.
Okay, then.
Really?
No, so it means I won't go to Vallarta's, you dork.
So, let's talk about the week.
It's because what am I doing right before I was going to go to Vallarta's?
Yoga.
TRX.
Oh, you have Ava eyes this
Yes.
weekend. Okay. Oh, yeah, then you'll earn it.
So after I do TRX, if I don't throw up, then I'm okay.
Oh, well then I would have to go do a double combat. Because that's what I did this week, because I taught the 3 combats in 18 hours and did well. So what happened this week different? Anything?
I was out of town.
Oh yeah, you did Disney.
Lots of walking with the little ones. And then ran on Tuesday and did yoga today.
He tormented me while he was out of town, sending me pictures of ice cream pie and telling me they were giving away free churros. And then he goes,
Which they weren't.
But I love churros. And then he goes to the Palm restaurant. It was very much not nice. So, and for the record, this is a terrible camera angle. I'm looking really puffy today.
I'm sorry.
So, okay. So I have been trying to figure out, since every week I gain 2 pounds and I lose 2 pounds, I don't know if my body is saying, this is just where you're going to be if you're not. I mean, I feel like I have taken more of a maintenance mentality than a weight loss mentality. I still tell myself I want to lose weight, and every week I go on that scale hoping that I'm somehow magically going to lose weight. But yeah, I'm for the past, okay. So November 20th, 2013, so about a year and a half ago, I was 181 pounds. I have been below 181 pounds for 65 weeks, basically staying between 173 and 179.8 for the majority of those weeks. I went below that.
So FYI, she's such a nerd. She's looking at a spreadsheet she put together.
So I would know exactly how
It's
I
over
did.
there.
Oh. So yeah, and I don't know if it flips it. So yes, I was trying, because I wanted to look back and see, am I a failure? What is my real weight loss spread? Because to me, my lowest weight was 169.6 and my highest weight was 180.8. And that is like 11 plus pounds. And that's a huge spread. But realistically, you know, I was between 173.4 and 179.8 for 50 weeks. 9 weeks I was below the 173.4, but that was right after my slip and right after surgery, so those were just for a reason. And 5 times I was between 180 and 180.8. So it's better to have a 6-pound range, and that to me is realistic living, and it's not like regain. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it's called. This is where my body is. Realistically, am I on point most of the time? No. Realistically, am I depriving myself even 50% of the time? No. I'm living life. I'm eating what I want when I want. I try to make smarter choices. I don't eat, for the most part, I don't eat rice or pasta. And I've changed my habits a lot. But I also, and that doesn't mean that I'm being good all the time. I'm not. I've just changed what foods I'm eating. So I guess what I'm always trying to, for the past year, I've been trying to rectify how to evaluate how I've been doing and whether to say I'm failing because I'm not hitting the low number, or that I'm succeeding because I'm maintaining, even though maintaining wasn't my goal. Anyway, so I'm just rambling. That's what I've been thinking about this week, trying to figure out whether to be proud of myself or to be disappointed in myself. Or maybe I need to be both. I don't know. That's just my rambling.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was actually thinking about the very same thing yesterday.
That's when I made this beautiful spreadsheet, was yesterday.
So I worked late, and then I still committed to running, so I ran. And then when I was driving home, it was like 20 to 9 last night, and I was driving home, and I decided to call my mom to check in on her. And every time I talk to her, she always asks, how's the band thing doing? I'm like, the band thing's doing great, Mom. She's like, how much are you down now? And I'm like, I'm still pretty much the same. She's like, okay, well, like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, what it means is I lost a bunch of weight, and then probably for the past little over a year, I've been in the same, like, 6 or 7 pound range. And she's like, is that okay? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's okay, because I know if I wanted to, and I set a weight goal at the beginning of this year. I ended last year at approximately 223.4, and I didn't, and that was kind of the highest I'd gotten back up to, and the lowest I had gotten down to was like 211.2, and I set a weight goal to get under 210. I wanted to see 20 something by the end of the year, so it was approximately like 13 and a half pounds or something I had to lose. And I'm like, you know, and I told her, I'm like, well, you know, I set this weight goal, I want to lose a little over 13 pounds just this year. She's like, is that doable? I'm like, yeah, what it really comes down to is I just need to make smarter choices sometimes. You know, I found that I can eat pretty much what I want, when I want, and with the schedule of working out that I do, and, you know, making sometimes smart choices, I've been able to stay in this range pretty easily. But if I make smart choices all the time with my workout schedule, I'm able to lose weight. And this past week was an example of that. I said, I want to not eat stupid things, you know? And so I would be like, do I want to eat that? I do, but I'm not going to eat that. And we were still able to, you know, I went out of town this weekend. I was still able to eat what I wanted, but when I was at the theme parks, you know, for my breakfast would consist of, I just had a thing of orange juice. Because right when I wake up, I'm not very hungry, so I'd have orange juice.
They wake up at the crack of dawn.
And so but I brought some snacks with me. So if I was hungry, I would just open up my snack. It was like a 150 calorie snack. I would eat that, and I was good. And then when it came to lunch, I would eat just protein. So I had turkey leg one day, and I had chicken the next day, and you know, I would eat whatever I wanted at night for dinner, but it wasn't anything super crazy. And I was able to, with the working out I did, lose weight. So, you know, talking with her, I'm like, yeah, you know, I just have to be more conscious of making smarter choices more often. Doesn't mean I'm depriving myself of anything, but instead of making maybe a less smart choice every day, consciously say, I'm going to treat myself just maybe one day. And so that's what I did today. I wanted this really awesome dessert that I love. It's called Tres Leches cake, and I bought it and I ate it, and it was delicious. And that was my treat to myself. So
That was a lot.
I feel like I rambled on for a while.
No, that was okay. That was good. That was you had a lot of Tres Leches.
Yes, I did. It was Tres Delicious. It was Quattro Delicious.
Luckily, I do not like Tres Leches.
Yep.
Because last week he brought home, he's like, oh, I got chocolate Oreo mousse.
It was like this dessert in a cup thing.
And I brought 2 home, and I'm like, don't bring that shit home. I have no self-control. Luckily, the fever blisters kept me from being able to share with him, because I don't want to give them to him, so he lucked out, I lucked out, there was no sharing. But I did, end of December, beginning of January, we made goals for this year. One of my goals I've already failed. The goal was to be under 174 by the end of February. We are now on March, whatever, 3rd, 4th, And I am not under 174. I'm not even near 174. So we will check that off as a did not accomplish. And I know I need to put the work in. I want to see results without doing the work, which is ridiculous. That was called my life pre-weight loss, where you'd go to bed every night or every birthday you'd wish that magically you'd lose the 100 pounds. Every week I get on the scale hoping that magically, like maybe when I was sleeping, I was sleep exercising or something, hoping that the scale would magically reflect this great weight loss. So I need to get my ass in gear because I think maintenance is okay. I just want to be a few pounds less if I'm going to be maintaining. I'm not ready to have the 173 to 179 be my maintenance range. I want it to be in the 160s. I keep making excuses. You know, last year I said I was going to be 155 by the end of the year. Well, that didn't happen. This year I'm like, okay, I want to be 162 by the end of the year. Jesus, at the rate I'm going, I'm going to be like, okay, I want to be 179 at the end of the year. So I need to strike a balance between being okay with not getting all the way down, but not keep hoping that the scale's magically going to move without my intervention. And, you know, with this slip and with the new band, I'm afraid to get a fill. I'm afraid because right now I can eat more than a cup, and I'm hungry after 2 hours. So classically, that is signs of you probably need a small fill. But I'm also scared to death because I have PB'd a couple times since my last fill on December 31st. So I kind of think, you know, what I have, I don't want to mess with what I have, because if I never had any more restriction, this wouldn't be bad. It's just that it's not completely helpful for aggressive weight loss. So I don't know. I'm kind of struggling with that. I'm very afraid to pull the trigger now with fills after, you know, the slipping before.
I understand.
Any other thoughts? On anything?
No.
You look like you were going to say something.
Just Nikki Hona.
Oh, yes. We want to say congratulations to Nikki Hona. She was supposed to run a marathon this weekend. I believe it was rained out or snowed out or something out. But she at least got to do a half marathon, which is amazing.
Very awesome.
You are just an inspiration. I don't know how you do it. If you have some free time, we would love to have you fly down to Tampa, stay in our guest bedroom, and then just take us out for jogs. Like, literally put us on a leash and take us out for a jog, because you are friggin' amazing, and I want you to come and rub off on me. So if you could just come over and let me just, like, I don't know, pray at your ankles or something, try to get some of the Nikki Hona juice on me. I don't know. So anyways, so I guess that is that. Everybody else, we hope you all are big losers. Kick some fat's asses. Don't be a dumbass like me and just think, oh, a week's gone by. Maybe if I get on the scale, it'll tell me something magical. Because that would just be the scale lying. And that's what I want every week. And I need to I need to just stick to it. And I say that every week too. So for those of you that keep watching for some unknown reason to watch me say, I've gained weight this week, I've lost weight this week, the same 2 pounds over and over, come back next week where I will probably say, I've gained 2 pounds.
Or not.
Or not. I'm not planning to. I'm trying to. We have our weekend not planned with much to do, so hopefully we will not be derailed.
Correct. So
I hope you guys are much better at your journey than I am being. And good luck. And until next week.
And you're supposed to say, we love your faces.
I did say that, didn't I? We do love your faces. Even when I forget, we totally love your faces.
You said big losers and kicks fat asses.
Well, sorry. See? Brain's gone. Have a great week, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.